I just grabbed one of the little flyers and left. Um, but she was greatly loved by so many.
She was
And
indeed.
the thing about it is, believe it or not, the two passings are eternally linked because it's like almost when you say Aaliyah, you say Lisa, and vice versa. When you think of the close proximity of the two of them passing. Um, but no, I did not. But of course, I was a fan of hers. Um, you know, and I think that her potential was not even close to being reached. Same thing with Lisa. You know,
Very true.
just so many young souls that are forever young.
It's true.
But like I said, this is wonderful. I like this.
Yeah, I don't know how you found us, but I'm glad you did.
Yeah, glad you dropped in. It's amazing hearing everything too
How
and
did you
sharing
find it,
your
$2?
story.
Actually,
I don't know.
I was getting ready to check my messages, and when I hit the button, the live came up, and I saw a lot of my friends on live, and I just scanned through them, and when I saw Hypocrite Finder, and I saw the little gingerbread speaking, I just got a little bit intrigued, and then I
Oh my
started
God.
and then I started listening to the discussions of the meet and greet, and I thought about one of my celebrity friends and how he does the meet and greet and so on and so forth. And
Mhm.
I could relate, obviously. So
I got
I
another
just
messy question.
yes.
Okay, so when you came up here and turned your camera on, did you think we were going to recognize you, or did you expect us to recognize you?
No, I just wanted to let you know that I'm a real person.
Oh, okay.
Um, that no, I was not expecting to be recognized. I just want to
Mhm.
let you know I'm a real person. And when I see people with their cameras on, I feel compelled to cut my camera on. Um,
Oh, but thank you. That was nice.
yeah,
A lot of people don't do that.
yeah. It's just I don't know. I think it's like a common courtesy. I think, especially when
Hmm.
the host is allowing people to. Because I've been on a panel and someone say, "Oh, cut your camera off. We don't allow cameras on." I was like, "Oh, shoot, I'll cut it off." But um, but yeah, I mean, I can understand it why they wouldn't, but at the same time, it just seems like it's more up close and personal when you're speaking to the person that you can see their face.
Right. More personal.
Exactly. Exactly. 100%. And I'm so sorry for everyone that's commenting and I'm not looking at the comments because I'm actually like looking at everyone else. So I'm like looking forward
Well,
instead of looking down, but I'm not seeing any of the comments. I'll probably go back through and if I can look at them. Um, because I would love to engage with everyone that's on here. I appreciate, the gifts. I'm like, wow, look at that. I'm looking at the number up there, like, wow, that's crazy. So many people that can identify with the
yeah.
situation, and it gives me a lot of encouragement. It really does because people tell me that my story is a lot different from a lot of people, and that it should be told.
Yes.
Um,
Well,
You may not want to
JD,
read my comments. They reflect
J,
one of my personalities, and it's not the good one. So it's good that you don't read them.
JD, I came back up to tell you I appreciate you stopping through the way that you did. It was, basically a sign for being incarcerated for 18 years and so forth, just been out for 2, and you look quite healthy. Like you doing the right thing, bro. So I'm proud of you on that. Thank you. I appreciate you for everything that you have done so far.
Well, thank you so much. Like I said, I'm trying, brother. We're not perfect. Um,
No
and,
one
and don't
is.
get me wrong, the mistakes that I made, I was a young man. I was
Oh
a
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
young man. I was naive. I mean, I'm older now. You
right.
know, I've
You
had
wasn't ready
to
for that. So yeah, I mean, yeah,
exactly.
it's understandable.
And,
And
Going
I've
and
through
for
been
all that at
through.
one
those
time.
and for those who had doubts, I don't normally do this, but fuck y'all.
I know I was looking it up first.
Up, Pat.
You kept telling everybody, shut up.
It's okay. Listen, believe you me, I don't care how many people doubt me. You can't come close to the amount that I encountered during those 18 years of prison. Because
Thank y'all for
I
the
mean, you
gift.
just you just speak of the 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 smallest thing, and to them it's just like unbelievable. I had so many people, however, whatever, and I'm talking about. It wasn't until and I got to the point where it's just like I don't care what you think, really don't.
Right.
Um, because by the time I get to one place and I've gotten comfortable enough to where people are like, okay, yeah, that's him. You know what I mean? They move me. So then I got to start all over again. Um,
Hmm.
but it was just, oh my goodness, everything, one thing for another, however, whatever. When I speak of actually meeting Holly Berry, um, because I was a little bit a fan of hers too, before I actually met her. And it was mainly, it was just a kid thing, the amazing body and all this kind of stuff, whatever. And then I met her in person. It was like, hey, where the body went to? But you know, but I know I shouldn't be that way. But
See, now
and
that you
she's
said that, I got a question. Did you ever meet J Lo?
I never met J Lo.
Oh, okay.
Never met. I never really wanted to. Particularly. Um, nothing against her at all. But I guess the roles that she has played were not intriguing enough to make me seem like, oh, this is a person I want to meet. With Holly Berry, and funny because I actually was I guess you would say I kind of did a movie with her. That's how I met her on the set. But she
Who was that?
Hold on, wait a minute. I asked you about Halle Berry. Now I feel kind of dumb because you was like, I wasn't paying to meet a celebrity. And I said, you wasn't paying to meet Halle Berry.
no, but
You should have
and I
said, I
said
met
I
Halle
wouldn't pay
Berry.
her meter. Of course, I wouldn't pay her meter because I met her.
Right. You should have
Um,
just been like, I met her.
yeah, I did. I think I did say I met her, but
No, you
yeah, she was.
didn't.
And don't get me
Oh,
wrong,
did he?
absolutely beautiful person. I mean, her
Oh,
personality, she's absolutely adorable. Don't get me wrong.
okay.
So once I actually met her, I liked her for other reasons than, the amazing body that she does not have, but well didn't
She
have at
don't?
the
Halle
time.
Berry don't?
Jamie Foxx too.
What?
Oh, you just met, you
Everybody
said,
says that she
well, you said
doesn't.
Halle Berry don't have that body that she portrays on TV? You
Well,
just
no, no,
messed
no,
up
no,
a
no,
whole
no.
lot of
At the
men's
time,
dreams.
at the time.
Messed it all
She
up.
might she might have it now that she's had a baby or whatnot. So maybe she's changed, but back then, like seeing her in person,
He was
she was
very small and
really
petite. I know.
really petite, extremely petite. Like
Well, that's what I pictured. I pictured she was bony and tiny. Didn't really have nothing.
yeah, but it's like you'd have to see her in person to see what I'm talking about.
But is she beautiful though? Because she's very pretty, like
Oh,
on
she is.
TV.
She's cute. She's cute as a
Okay.
button. Yeah, she's cute as a button. But her looks are not so much as just her actual physical appearance, but more so her mannerisms, you know,
Mm.
how she interacts with you. She plays the room. She's absolutely adorable. At the time, her boyfriend, he kept popping up and he was on some, you know,
Mhm.
basically, I'm her man type, stuff, whatever. But it was funny. It was funny to us, you know. But yeah, she was just so friendly and really nice, and it was years ago, but But yeah, she was really really sweet. Yeah, really sweet. But yeah, that's like I said, it's really hard for me to think about paying to meet particular celebrity because, like I said, I mean, I met Whitney Houston and Morris Day. It's like, man, I actually met. I'm gonna tell you somebody else who I was a big fan of, that I actually got a chance to meet. Larry Blackman. I don't know if you're familiar with him or not. Most people not, but he was the lead singer of Cameo.
Hmm.
Oh, yes. Okay, I got you.
And so humble, you never would guess. Like he was just like kind of nonchalant. Like we were at a VIP party, and he was coming in, and I was up to the front, um, letting them know that some people were with me so they could get in, and the guy was saying, "This is VIP only, whatever, whatever." And he was like, "Yeah, well, I'm not VIP, but I know, the host, and I just wanted to say, hey, if I could, whatever." He was like, "Yeah, man, we don't let just anybody in, it's VIP, whatever." And he was like, "Yeah, I'm not VIP, man." He said, I used to be a member of the group, back in the days, Cameo, but I was old." And when he said it, I turned around and looked, and I just blurted out, "Larry Blackman," and he was like, "Yeah, and these girls are with MTV." But he was just like no nonchalant about it. And so by that time, some of the other people heard me when they heard me yell out Larry Blackman. They came over there. It was like, "Larry Blackman, Larry Blackman." And by that time, like, "Oh yeah, come on, Mr. Blackman, whatever, whatever." And he was just so cool, and I gave him dap, whatever. He was like, "Yeah, man, just going in and see what's going on." But he was just, it was kind of overwhelming to me because I was all that whole word up, because he was such a character. He was such a character in his presentation, and just so much showmanship. And but he was nothing like the Larry Blackman. Like I told you, Morris Day, he was real Morris Day. But Larry Blackman, he was just like laid back, like, "Yeah, man, like I ain't nobody." He wasn't as boisterous as Morris.
Nice.
But yeah, there's a lot of things that I would like. I look forward to divulging on my documentary. Uh, and I actually, during the time I was incarcerated, I wrote 4 books.
Oh wow.
They're just the manuscripts, but amazing stories, amazing stories. Um, one's like 600 something pages, one's 400 something pages, another one's 800 something pages, another one's 1,000 pages, and they're fictional stories. One of them is the closest to maybe nonfiction. It's called Cartel Games, um, and it's about a guy that he did some time in prison, and while he was in prison, one of the things that helped him to get past the days was he had a pen pal, and he wrote this woman, and they became very close. She was locked up in a Mexican prison, and when he got out, she was like, "Well, just keep in contact." And he was like, "No, no, I'm gonna be there for you, and we're gonna be together when you get out, and just, you know." And she was like, "Nah, nah," just kind of nonchalantly saying, "Just shoot me a line every now and then." And when he gets out, he notices that just everything kind of goes his way, and come to find out, there's a little bit more to her story than meets the eye. We'll just say that much. And but it's a really, really good story, and I look forward to putting all those books out. Um, I don't know. Maybe might even do a series on one of them. I don't know, because I do have friends that are in the film industry.
Okay, so since someone said it in the comments, I feel Delta said.
What did they
Did
say?
did he find out that? Did he find out that that she was a he
No,
in your book?
no. It's the fact that he found out that he finds out that she's connected. We'll just say that much. I mean, the story is cartel games, so you can kind of
Wow.
figure out where it goes from there.
Mhm.
But it's
I'm not a big reader, but I definitely read that.
You know some
it's
things.
actually my first attempt at an urban novel because the rest of them are science fiction.
Hurry up and publish it. That way you can sell it at my event this Juneteenth weekend.
Okay,
Yeah, come to Juneteenth.
I look forward to being able to do some
Thank
traveling
y'all for the gifts.
and get around and seeing more people. Thank you so much.
You can sell it at my event and sign some books while you're there. Yep. Come on down.
I look forward to it. Sounds wonderful. Sounds absolutely wonderful.
My manager up there, Hypocrite Finder, she gonna send you all the details.
Okay. And I like I say, when you inbox me, I will hit you back, and we can converse. And like I said, this. I just now basically got my shackles off, so I can travel. I was actually thinking about going somewhere today for Valentine's Day.
Definitely
Yeah, I
let me
really
know
wanted
that
you to
one
meet
yourself.
Candy. I don't know where Candy went, but
I might
I could have had an internet date
wait.
or something.
I might wait instead of going today because but I basically asked my mom and dad out for dinner, and
Oh, that'll be awesome.
yeah, my parents are amazing parents.
You have to love on them. Glad
My
they're here.
grandmother's 90 something years old,
Wow.
and still drives, still lives in her own house.
Oh my
She's still
gosh.
driving.
Hey, y'all. I'm about. Hold on. I'm about to drop y'all. JD, once again, was a pleasure, my guy. So I'm gonna drop, but I'm gonna be
Pleasure's all
listening to
mine, my
y'all.
brother. The pleasure was all mine.
And she probably drives better than you.
She said,
Do you feel
And
comfortable riding in the car with her?
yeah, no one can ride in the car with her. Yeah, they're very protective of my grandmother. Since COVID, they're very protective. Like I haven't even been able to hug her. It's air hugs. We're very protective. Put it that way. COVID was not very kind to a lot of people, including my family. So we're very protective of her. But yeah, she's something. I think I'm blessed to have really good genes with
They
regard.
want to know if they could get you lunch today.
Know if you got a cash app. So I wanted to know, have you
Hold
ever
on,
met?
wait a minute. This man is rich. What do you mean? Do I need to post my cash app? Y'all know why y'all keep making the rich richer?
You know what? $2. I'm on that same page. Kels, you could go ahead and hit my CA, and we just call that a birthday
Yeah,
present.
y'all see this,
Did
people?
you
Listen at
hear?
It
Did
is
you
this.
you.
This
hear
is
You
my
hear the rich? You hear the
crazy.
rich people saying something
Right.
about the
Please,
rich? Boy, I
please.
tell
Did
Right.
you.
you
Who's
hear?
rich?
Did
Let
you
me.
hear why he
Wait
was
a
my
minute.
Not
wealth?
me.
Hey,
Not me, but my
I'm
cash
still
app's
trying.
right
I'm still
there
trying to figure
in
out
the
who's
in the
rich.
chat. That's my
So
cash
It's
app.
JD, I have a
the jig is
question.
up, JD. Sorry,
I need
the jig
dinner.
is
I
up.
need lunch. I
I
need
used to
coffee.
be.
The jig is up. So can
I
I ask you a
used to
question?
be.
Have you
Yes,
ever met the Isley brothers?
I have
Hey,
not.
Mr. Dari.
Huh?
I have not.
Hey, Memra.
What's up?
Oh,
And
cool.
I would love to. I would love to because I actually heard a lot of the things that Ronald was doing while he was locked up, and a lot of it really positive. Um, because the word gets around, prison talk, whatever. Um, that's just like with me. They would always say, "Man, I heard you used to be a rapper, whatever. You rap for us, whatever." And I would never do like a show because I didn't want to feel like I was being, braggadocious or however, whatever, and I didn't want to. I just wanted to let everyone know, look, I'm just one of y'all, man. We just all together, whatever. And up until just before I was released, I let them convince me to do a little concert, and it was amazing. It was amazing. I did. I was surprised. I still got it a little bit, I didn't make too much a fool of myself. But man, listen, they already at me. It's funny because I actually have a track that they're dying for me to record, and you'll never guess who's on the hook and who does the breakdown.
I want to take a crack at it. It's a lady?
No, it's a guy.
Oh, I don't want to guess.
R. Kelly.
Sexy Red.
R. Kelly. Oh, wow.
Oh, he said it's a guy. Oh,
That's
it's
my
R.
boy.
Oh,
Kelly.
Let us
wow.
hear it. Come on. I'm ready for it. Yep. Today your lucky day. There you go. Big box star ready. Let's go.
Yeah, it's an amazing piece done by a multi-platinum producer that's also a very good friend of mine, and but he's sent me a lot of different tracks. Trying to they're like, man, I'm telling you, man, you get in there, do the whole nine, whatever. And I'm tempted because just the simple fact that man, so many people I was locked up with would have conversations with me about things they wish they could do and would have done and all this kind of different things. And sometimes I feel compelled to do things just for the simple, even if I make a fool of myself.
Yeah, in honor of them, because the comments are saying
Exactly.
exclusive. Come on.
Exactly.
Yep. I know how it
Now, I
feels.
just,
Listen, I was on somebody's live the other day and I rapped. I rapped for them. And I mean, my music back then was corny as I don't know what. But I had this one particular piece that was kind of dear to me because at the time when I wrote it, I had a life sentence. I was being transferred, and of course, you're transferred in handcuffs, shackles. And with me, they always put what's called a box on me. And it's basically you're in the handcuffs, but then they put a box around the handcuffs so you don't have access to the actual cuffs. But it prevents you from being able to move your wrist. So you're just kind of caught in like this, and it just makes it more restrictive. And it's very aggravating. And one of the things that I would do to take myself mentally away from that situation was I would, think about my case and I would start writing a verse. I didn't have pen or paper. So I would have to memorize it in my head. So I would say a verse in my head and I would keep saying it over till I memorized that. And then I'd write another one. And I would keep adding on to it till by the time I was out of transit, because you don't transfer with any paper or anything. I had the verse pretty much memorized. And it would give me great solace just to be able to sit there and recite it to myself. And anytime I was in transit, I would just sometimes add a little bit more to it, And it's not one of those raps that would, someone would be like, okay, yeah, oh, dope rap, but it is thought provoking because it tells a little bit of my story. But it does it in a manner in which you kind of read between the lines a little bit to get the meaning of it. But and it's a little dark, but it was the few times where I'm actually rapping kind of like more street as opposed to just the party stuff that we were doing back then. And if you want to hear it, I'll let you hear
Yeah,
it.
that was the style back
Yeah,
then.
well,
Let's hear it, please.
go ahead
Come
and give
on.
us a shot of that. We want to hear
Let's
that, and we
do
want to
it.
hear the one with
Let's do
kills.
it.
I have a question.
So you got two chances: that song and the one with R. Kelly. Come on.
I have a. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Okay. Nah, go with the question.
When I was going through your page, I seen the plaque with Beyonce, where you was sitting. What track was that? Was that on the which album was that?
I have to look back on that page to see what album that was for that plaque. Was that Dangerously in Love?
Okay, so you really did work with her. That's
I
what's
can't
up.
remember. I gotta say again.
Said you really did work with her. That's what's up.
No. Nope. We're not gonna do that. When I said that, I was responsible for some of her hits. I mean that in a way that people that know me would know what I'm talking about. I was not referring to me actually producing particular records. That piece that I did, that was actually done in one of their studios. I don't know if it's known or however, whatever, but maybe a big military secret. But I was actually in one of their studios, and that's why I wanted to do that piece, because kind of not making fun, but I'm having fun with Jay, and so I thought to make it more authentic, to do it in his studio with his wife's plaque behind me. So when I mention, hey, she's, your wife there, she's getting it. That's when I, basically was directing to, the plaque behind me. But yeah, that was that's just a little thing that I did, and I do know, where I don't say no because not like I'm associating with him now, but I actually had the pleasure of kicking it and getting to know Jay-Z. So I just thought that would be fun. I mean, this is from back in the days though, but that particular post was just something I was just having fun with them.
We're ready for the hit, hop, the hippie. No, I'm just kidding. We're ready.
Yes, and another quick question.
Right, it's gonna be corny now.
No.
I'm telling you, it's corny because I'm in prison, so I'm just writing it. But
another really quick question was any relationship to Peter Guns?
No.
Okay.
No.
Like,
I don't even know if there's
Really?
an association.
No. No.
Like I said,
We're trying to welcome you to the messy side.
Oh no! It was a question in the comments, and when I looked, I was like, "Oh, it's possible. It could be a cousin, relative."
yeah. I actually when I mention certain artists that I feel somewhat responsible for some of their success, it's because of someone who did a lot of their writing, some of their substantial writing. I personally had a hand in keeping them off of my case so that they could be out creating and becoming so amazing and helping so many others to be successful.
Oh, I get it. So indirectly, you helped them.
Yes.
Yeah.
If the feds had it their way, that person would have been on my case with me. And so a lot of those big hits, and I'll go on and say it because it's probably public record, however, whatever. But the person I'm referring to is The Dream, or they call him The American Dream or however, whatever. And of course, he wrote a lot of big records for a lot of people.
Yeah.
He did.
But
produced Beyonce album.
Yeah, they had him. They had him associated with my case very closely, um, and that was one of the things that I made it known that it would not be a good idea to uh, assist them in helping to bring him down. And luckily, people they took heed to my advice. And needless to say, he ducked the case 100%. Never issued, no, nothing, whatever, whatever. And one of the people that I also mentioned that probably was slightly targeted uh, with regards to my situation. And I will tell you, he did not turn his back on me. And to this day, that's my man, true and true. Um, and if you see us kicking it, it'll be like we ain't missed a beat. And he is an amazing person, amazing producer. And so if anybody has anything bad to say about him, about our situation, and think we're not cool, no, we're very cool. And that's Dallas Austin. Like I say, that's my dog. Up until about a couple months ago, he and I was hosting a club here in Atlanta on Saturday nights, and we was taking it there, and we had some people show up, some who pop up to show some love, whatever. And I mean, we was up close and personal. If you was there, you was hanging out with us, taking pictures, and Dallas was actually DJing. I was just on the mic, hyping it up and greeting everybody and having a good time. But no, Dallas was actually DJing, and man, he still got those skills. And little Dallas came out and he was DJing. He was picking up in his dad's footsteps. And amazing kid too. Absolutely amazing kid. Absolutely amazing kid. And he's gonna do some big things. Shout out to Dallas Austin. And he's actually has a streaming service right now where he's helping artists to be able to get out there and get their music out. And but
Dallas
yeah.
Austin is from near my location. Okay, never mind. I'll be quiet.
Okay. Awesome. But he's good people. That's my dog.
Mm-hmm.
True and true. Okay, now I'm gonna go and make a fool of myself. Get it over with. Kind of get in character a little bit.
Is it better if we turn your camera off? Or you want
No,
to stay
I'm
on?
fine.
Okay.
I'm fine with it. They tell me lightning never strikes in the same place twice in life. Gone are the days that dudes will fight for their life. Cause now they quick to tell it. They sign away their life. You better watch your dogs cause they the ones that bite. Cause now they suddenly feel you wasn't treating them right. They got feds off in their ears so they speaking in mics. Faces of betrayal is showing weak to the light. Despite all the drama your dogs done been through, you never thought they'd tell it, never mind if they meant to. Questions out the blue and they all done hit you. Even the one that didn't, best believe he fin too. A lawyer paid to defend you, but it's all for nothing. It's time to separate the boys. I'm talking balls or nothing. It's a hustler's rite of passage. Stay true in your past it. Time to see what you made of. No time to be passive. Dudes turning over like backflips, tail tactics. Questions getting answered as soon as the feds ask it. Read about it, headlines massive, getting drastic. Time behind the glass, you can end up in plastic. Soon as I wrote this rhyme, I knew it was a classic dedicated to real brothers saying, them bastards, they had to tell it. They put the feds on me. Standing in a courtroom, lying on me, my baby mama and mama dog crying for me, all while my child yelling daddy. They had to tell it. They put the feds on me. Standing in a courtroom, lying on me, my baby mama and mama dog crying for me, all while my child yelling daddy. They had to tell it.
Hey,
Okay,
out,
great
up,
answer.
okay.
All right.
Get it, JD. Get it, JD. That was good. What you talking about? That was
Was that the
good.
personality or was that JD? Because you changed characters real quick.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
that was pretty damn good there, my boy. Yeah.
Acting like it was nothing. What?
Well, shit.
I
Sound
like
like
the
you could get in the
style too.
studio and put some of these
Still.
youngsters out of business.
Yup.
I don't know.
And just in case you wanted to know, it will be on the blogs. I just want to let you know that. Welcome to this side.
No doubt. But
Worth
yeah,
it though. It's worth it. It's worthy. It was pretty good, man.
well, thank you. Like I said, you got to
Well,
read
can
between the
we?
lines a little bit because, like I said, I've been
Right.
going through a lot of the time. So, you know,
Can we hear the other song?
the other song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, brother, the one with R. Kelly.
Yeah,
Do you
no.
need permission for that though? He may. Well, no.
No,
Yeah.
because he has creative rights on that.
Well, actually, I actually own it. I own all aspects of it. That was one of my coming home presents, as a matter of
Thank
fact.
you.
But the only thing about it is something that I did find out, and people have made me aware of. Once something airs on TikTok, now everyone has access to it.
Oh yeah, that'll be
That is
fine.
true. So
Yeah, you
Yeah.
may
I
want to be
do
Never
careful.
mind.
recant. I
You may want to
apologize.
be careful.
Yeah,
Never mind.
don't do that when you.
I wasn't
I've let
thinking.
people hear it in person, but never like open an open platform and stuff like that. And actually, I played it in Jay's studio, as a matter of fact, and they were just like overwhelmed. They was like, "Man, I mean, you got to let me, we got to." And I was like, and then I had other people ask me, "Man, would you consider, selling it?" Literally, and I was like, "Nah, that's not gonna happen." So.
I'm gonna tell you now. What you just did is lost art. We don't have that anymore.
They want to
They
know what
want
was
to know
the
the name
name
of
of
the.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
they want to know the name of the freestyle rap. I mean, not freestyle, but the rap that you did while you was in prison just now.
They
What did you name it?
they had to tell it.
They had to tell it, or we had to tell it.
Nah, they had to tell it
I had to tell it.
because I'm saying they had to tell it. They put the feds on me. They standing in the courtroom lying on me, baby mama and mama dog crying for me. All while my child yelling daddy. You know what? All while my child yelling daddy wouldn't be bad either. I've always called it they had to tell it, because they told it basically.
Like they had to tell it because
Me
somebody
too.
had to tell.
Right.
Exactly.
And it could be a segue to something different.
Yeah, because so many people, like I said, a lot of us stood strong in solidarity, and like I said, there was a lot of people tried at one time. I wasn't one of them. I was not one of them, so I cannot get credit for that. I was out of the country. They came and kidnapped me a year later, and I was tried separately by myself. But that
About
initially,
this kidnapping, I'm about to laugh, but don't be mad. Wait,
no problem, no problem.
I
okay,
mean, good though.
so were you like on a beach somewhere?
I was on the beach.
You lying to me. You know what?
Listen, I was actually on the beach. You know what?
What?
Do you know how I spent my days when I was out of the country? I actually surfed. That's what I did.
You playing in
Wait a
our face
minute.
right now.
Wait a
You
minute. Wait.
definitely.
Wait a minute.
Nah,
Wait a
nah,
minute.
nah, nah. So the problem was is that you didn't pick the right place to go to, like Russell Simmons.
Say again?
What you say, Jason? We didn't hear you.
No, I was just saying, no, he's right. He just picked the wrong place to go to. See, Russell Simmons is out enjoying the beach. He picked the right location.
Well,
See,
I would say this much.
Well, no, he probably
It
frequented
depends on how
Honduras.
bad. I was in the right place. It just depends on how bad they want you, and
Yeah.
then how much you like. With me, I guess I underestimated a little bit because for the simple fact that when I was asked about going other places, different things, or whatever, I was so comfortable, and it was like, man, I'm good, And in my heart of heart, mind of mind, it was like, psh, man, I don't have to worry about anything. I'm straight. But I wasn't thinking that they would illegally come and snatch me up with zip ties and throw me on a jet and force me to, face those
Yeah.
charges.
So you knew that they were looking for you, though. You didn't know that you was wanted.
Yeah, I did. I'm going to say that now. You probably the first time I ever admitted that, but yes,
Okay. Oh, we got
yeah,
an
I was,
exclusive.
I followed a little bit of it, um, on the news and so on and so forth, what was going on. So I was kind of abreast of what was happening in the case. And then I had
That's
someone
why he was
else.
surfing. They think they'll find his ass over there.
Well,
You know what? Integrity, you're gonna get dropped.
the word was that they knew where I was, but this came out of an FBI agent's mouth. He said that we knew where you were all along, but we were not coming over there to get you. He said if you would have stayed where you were at, this case was pretty much, as far as you were concerned, was closed. But when you went and got the big house over there and such and such and such, and we got word that every night you in the club and you
You was
doing.
living a good life. You was pissing them off, but you was living a good life.
Well, it just so happens that I didn't realize it. This is public record, so I'll talk about it. It's no big deal. I didn't realize in Acapulco they had a lot of connections, and because of the way it was set up, um, I wasn't as I didn't have as much security um, in Acapulco because I didn't really like I needed it. You know what I mean? It was just like I'm just like everybody else. I'm just kind of blending in, whatever. I'm not really sticking out, whatever. And I really didn't realize that that was so much of a threat. Um, but when I moved there, I think that's when I got a little bit more relaxed. Um, like I said, I was up in the club, I'm enjoying myself, and everybody knows where I live, so it's like ain't no big deal. Um, because a few other people live right there where I live. I'm not gonna say any names, but you know, known celebrities over here, like really big celebrities, whatever. Um, so it was like it was nothing. I'm nobody. I'm not really sticking out like that, but they really had it for me. They wanted me, and they had it all set up. To be honest with you, they spent. I want to say I forgot what I've heard different quotes or whatever, how much money they spent being able to supposedly bring us down, whatever. And um, similar to that amount, they had just spent, I want to say it was 100 million. I think that was the term, the number they used, 100 million, something like that, whatever. It was a lot of money on this new courthouse, right? And they made sure that I was the first case ever tried in that courthouse. So it was a lot of symbolism and a lot of things they had going on, whatever. So it was like a big thing for them, you know. And so I mean, it is what it is. I can talk about it now because it's all said and done. But yeah, they snatched me up. Next thing you know, man, it was like out of a Hollywood movie. If I tell you all the stuff they did and how everything is like, what? Ridiculous. Why you me? But like some of the stuff you see on TV, it was just like that. Just like that. I'm talking about from decoy vehicles to, putting a bulletproof vest on me and
Oh wow.
yeah, it was crazy. I'm like, darn, y'all expecting to hit? What's going on?
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
So
I'm about to be messy again. I'm about to be messy again. I can't
I
help
just
it.
realized that your case was probably one of the first cases to pave the way for these racketeering cases that they've, basically started doing on everyone.
Well, conspiracy wise, I think our case would have been more of a staple case, but because so many of us went to trial, this is not something that they want to project. That's not something they want to promote because it costs them money. They want people to plea out. They want people to be fearful of them. So when they come, oh my goodness, yep, you know, but because so many of us stood up, and even some of the ones that, you know, in other cases that played out, like you hear about a lot of, you know, polarizing cases, you know, I shouldn't mention it in light of everything that's going on, but like the BMF situation, people always try to